Hello, hello, hello. Can anybody hear me? Hello, hi. It's just a little later on Sunday night. I was giving this a little check to see if this is going to work or not. Otherwise, I have to pay some extra money or something to get this telephone to work for me correctly. I kind of like the way this looked before. You could see a whole lot more behind me. Was talking about this being like the Kundalini and in the different stages of consciousness, and that, being the lower part down here is red, or the beta conscious or earth conscious, and that's what we have down below. And then, of course, Jesus comes to us in the third phase. This is the air, what that means. And let's see here, we have the great, this part up here, it's called the Great Purification, okay? That's what everybody is mistaken the last days or end of times as this. If you were to get up close to that, you would see that these were all little cities, and they're represented in this giant halo of fire that is meant to be, what's going to cleanse the world. Of course, the red thing behind here with the blue wings, that's Nibiru that's coming through. All of these are in stories. Whether or not Nibiru is good or bad, the Times is the idea that that we're just learning. Although all these other places in the universe, and now we know why they didn't tell us, because stars that have binary systems or are brothers and sisters, they have their own little worlds, and they every now and they have to come together, and and maybe something terrible happens. That's truth, but whether or not it has anything to do with scripture is another thing. Something does destroy us. Our belief in scripture that each one of these people are vying for their own world, their own time to take for their own self, to the point of annihilating the other guy, is generally the downfall of this kind of thinking. And what we would believe would be that it's a dogma that's going to take us out. But in a lot of ways, what we're doing is we're putting our lives and things in God's hands, because this is a prophecy now, and that this has to be fulfilled, and the fulfilled, and of course you can't go wrong when you're using the Bible as reference. So right now I think they have September 23rd as the new date. Not an end times date, but it has to do with Revelations 13. All right, again, it's a misinterpretation of the word. Even the number 13, right, or 12, Revelation 12, is 3. So it's a combination of 1, 2, and 3 coming together. And it talks about, it's the constellation in the sky of they want to call her Mary, but it's the Virgin, the Virgo. All right. I'd rather hear them call her Nina, because that's one of the children. But anyways, there was like, when Jupiter is coming in, they're saying this is all the prophecy, and Jupiter is coming in, all these are in alignment, and it's going to be the birth of the Antichrist and stuff like that. Well, listen, you guys, there's these people never left us. These energies that they say are coming back, like Jesus, he's already in there. He's in us. He never has to leave. He never had to go anywhere. This is what happens inside of us. You can't tell this happens because this is theta. This is in the air when nothing's going on, when it's absolute emptiness. This is the even line. Boop. It's darkness. This is when Jesus gets bothered by Satan. Hey, I can give you all this, just, bow to me. And he says, nah, forget it, But that's where it happens. That's where the knocking comes in. And then, of course, when you overthrow yourself and stuff like that, you're taking it onto yourself. You have betrayed your flesh, and you have gone over on this other side. Well, what you have done is you beat the devil, and you also have licked the serpent, the red devil. All right. This prophecy has to do with that it's just sitting there this red serpent is just sitting there waiting to devour her child. Of course, this is the way the stories go. If something is about to be born that's going to take over something from whoever's in charge, and so he sets out to kill them. That's just the makeup of the stories. They just tell it differently. The same old damn story is all it is. But what happens is it makes it past him, and is drawn up into heaven, and she picks off into the woods. They don't tell you this. Pisses the devil off. It's like, God damn, this is going to be the death of me. Because, this is what it's about. They're saying it's all bad, but it's not. The whole idea about Revelation is that you're coming together as one, and you get this white horse. This is you coming back all as one on your high horse, And of course, we don't like to act like you're on the high horse. You want to just be normal, because that's not the best way to do it. He's got a sword in his mouth. All right, that sword doesn't mean he's come back to kill people, That sword means the truth. The truth cuts like a knife. He said all things going to be that are hidden will be unveiled. So what you're getting right now is what has been hidden a long time, is that the world around us belongs to Satan himself. He's the king of this planet. And of course, one day everyone will know that and will recognize it. And they will recognize it. And of course, when it comes down to being marked, if the beast is marked, and buying and selling doesn't have anything to do with physical buying and selling of things. So when your government and your institutions enforce such a situation on its public, there is your Antichrist, all right, coming right out and telling you. And of course, we know that the lower mind and beta conscious, this is the house, this is the home, this is the solar plexus, this is his place, this is all his place, all of it. But to give this idea some kind of head of its own, like there's like some real demon or something, I think there's like a group of these people that are enforcing this opinion on people, and have done it for a long time, for whatever reasons of their amusements, and to take advantage of us, and for us to actually become this. I'm praying now for the end of times. I want my life to end. I want this world to be destroyed, and I want it to be done supernaturally. So I'm going to sit around in a pew and do absolutely nothing and watch the world go by around us. While Illuminati and all these other places that take advantage of your mind and your money and your talent and our world and these resources and time itself get to run rampant on your stupid little minds, But no, this new date, September 23, when that happens, you're not going to get a new birth of anything. They just have to keep pushing that thing around, that date when they're looking for an Antichrist to be born. That could be anyone. That could be the Pope. It could be anyone, anything. It's actually the idea of religion, because religion is the most Antichrist system that we have, that the Christianity has going for it. Not only does it use the name of Christ, a dead person's figure, for you to worship, it also asks money from you to give God riches, which God doesn't need any riches. Just think about all of this. The idea that mankind cannot save man, only God can. God can do anything, but as close as he is to you, you don't believe it, you don't want it, you don't think you deserve it. You've had heaven scared out of you. Isn't that just a shame? And to think that, all I do is point out where it is and I get called the Antichrist, really, really. Well, now you understand why this is the road that's the least traveled. It's got the most shit piled up on the left side of the road and the right side of the road, and right right smack dab in the middle of it. That's why they call this wrath. They got a clear ground that's going to make hills smooth and, high levels low and low levels high or whatever to make the ground level. We're preparing for the Lord. And so that's what that means. That's that little wrath. Opening up them chakras one at a time. Making way for the Lord. As he makes his way in. It brings you to this position. And brings you to the new you. It's a purification. It's a new you. It's the new Israel. It's Jacob at the top of the ladder. It's all of that. It's just beautiful. It's nothing scary. And it's about time we call these people out on it. All right? It's just stop it. Tell them to stop it. Just stop it. Enough of this science fiction business. Using the Lord in the Bible as its thing. Just crazy. Alright, so this is a test. It's 11 minutes. I'm going to see if this can load up. I love y'all. I really do. This is God's honest truth. The lights have come on. Oh my goodness. Just a little after I wrote you this morning. I still can't find no internet accesses of some kind where I can, talk and change and fix anything or do anything. So that's all you got. You got me. Alright, that's it. I love you. I really do. And as soon as possible, if you don't hear from me, it's because my camera can't take it. Alright? Sure, it's a colorful background behind me. Sure the hell is. It's just crazy shit. Alright, till I see you again. Bye.